Hello, my name is Mr. Righthouse, and I'll be your public speaking teacher for this semester. This course is an asynchronous course, which means I'll never meet with you as a class to go over the material. Instead, you'll be watching these video lectures and doing your assignments. You'll also be scheduling time with me to meet up and give your speeches to me for each unit. You can do this at any time during the semester for any of the speeches you have the information for. Think about conversations. We don't have a ton of them in person anymore, do we? I can go entire days without talking with another person, but when we do have conversations, we're using our words and our tone, all of the things that are in disposal to inform, entertain, or persuade. Public speaking, as a concept, achieves these goals. In this class, you're going to develop your skills and confidence as a public speaker so that your words can reach your target audience and achieve your purpose, whatever that might be. There are 10 units in the course. As we go through the content, I will most likely skip something along the way, either for the sake of time or just efficiency, but I'll make sure y'all know when I do that. The biggest way this course is different from the way it was originally structured is that I will never, ever ask you to share your speech with anyone else but myself. Please ignore any time the course content and materials insinuate anything otherwise. Now, Maggie Kuhn, an activist for Native American rights, once said, quote, "Stand before the people you fear and speak your mind, even if your voice shakes." Public speaking is the backbone of all that we do in communicating with each other as humans. In this course, you're going to be asked to take stances on things that you never really thought about before. How to present information and get your point across in the best way possible. How to listen as much as talk. And how to manage any nerves or anxiety you have around public speaking. Public speaking is an act of communication between speaker and audience. That's it. It includes body language, posture, vocal volume, pacing, focusing on purpose, examining your audience, and planning to the level and extent that's right for you. I'm currently reading this off a script because otherwise the video would be 40 minutes long and make very little sense. Your speech for this first unit is going to be an introductory speech. You'll have about 5 minutes or less to tell me about yourself, but more on this later. So where does public speaking happen? Well, anywhere or any time a speaker is talking to an audience that isn't a small group or a one-on-one conversation. So job interviews, teaching, demonstrations, online videos like this. Your first journal is going to be all about stating your communication goals. It's listed as Journal 1.1 on the course page, the assignments page, and in the content. For these journals, don't feel like you have to write too much. They're there for easy, quick points. How will you use your public speaking skills in your daily life? As I said before, we speak with people for a number of reasons, but other than that, it's your First Amendment right to be able to speak freely. However, communication is also about listening, figuring out what your audience wants, needs, and is thinking, and anticipating it as best you can. And while it's your right to speak, it's not easy. Sometimes it takes a lot of preparation. We don't just speak to speak, we do it to inspire, teach, and much, much more. Take a look at this clip from TV chef Ellie Krieger. Now watch how she demonstrates preparing a salad. Take note of when she's informing, demonstrating, teaching, and when she's persuading, entertaining, or inspiring her audience. Where you use the skills in this course? Well, in your social life, you'll be a better listener and a more confident speaker. In school, you'll learn how to verbalize and organize your thoughts to get the best advice and help from your teachers and peers. If you work or will eventually work, interviews will be a breeze. Plus, I talk to my coworkers all day, sometimes, and you'll be able to tell when someone is trying to sell you something, which will help out your bank account too. Your second journal entry is about your ideas on public speaking in daily life. Again, don't feel like you need to write too much. It's listed as 1.2 in the content, assignments page, and the course front page. So the most important part of public speaking is the connection between the speaker and the listener. We will talk about this connection, forming it, keeping it, growing it all semester. But context is crucial. That's all of the things that surround your public speaking, from what you're wearing, how loud the equipment is, what time of day you're speaking. It all becomes part of a bigger puzzle. You have to worry about everything from things in person to how your speech may be read or heard by audiences later. Some folks outline, some don't. I don't remember if there's ever an assignment where I make you do some form of preparation, but I'll encourage you to do it when you can, especially if you tend to get nervous. There's a big difference in just hearing a speaker and in listening to them. Again, you won't ever have to watch someone else's speeches this semester, nor will I make you share yours, but it's important when you're in a public setting to be a good active listener. Eye contact, volume, pacing, and practice can make good speakers truly connect with their audiences. There's a quiz about that speaker-listener connection. It's 1.07, listed in all the usual spots. You'll have plenty of attempts on the quiz, and your best score will be kept, so make sure you take it until you're happy with the grade. Are you the kind of person who gets nervous when you speak in public? We will spend a lot of our time this semester focusing on those nerves. I joke that only sociopaths like me don't get nervous before speaking in public, and I'm only half kidding. I don't really get nervous because of all the experience I've had and because of the mental prep work I do beforehand. The biggest way to combat nerves is to practice. If you have something you need to say to a group, practicing, even out loud to nobody else, is a great way to make sure your brain doesn't make you pause in the middle of a thought or lose track. Breathing, stretching, those can also reduce nerves as well. You've got a journal entry 1.8 about nerves and how you'll manage them. So again, there are 3 journals, a quiz, and your speech. For your speeches, you'll use my Calendly link on the course page to schedule a 15-minute meeting slot with me for a time that works for you. When you do, I'll make the meeting, and then you can give your speech. If timing doesn't work for you, you can contact me and we can come up with something else. Good luck, and I'll see you in Unit 2 where we'll talk about using narratives in public speaking. Stay tuned.